This mountain you see is called Nandishwar, the place of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva prayed very fervently to Krishna, begging him to be allowed to see his transcendental pastimes. And to do this, he performed tapasya for many centuries. And Krishna asked him what he wanted. He said, let me become a mountain in Vrindavan, so then the gopis stepping on me would leave me the dust from their lotus feet. That is all I ask for. Just let me be a stone on the road, so that those blessed souls who are sweepers of the holy dham and who are constantly in contact with the dust of Vrindavan would rub their feet upon me. That's all I want. Krishna was very pleased to hear this and granted Shiva the boon. And he became Nandishvara mountain. And Nandagram was built upon him. Let us pray to Lord Shiva that he blesses us also to always have humble desires like him that will please the Supreme Lord Krishna. So again, that's the kind of the theme of humility. He wasn't asking the Lord to, I want to be a coward boy or a gopi. I want to be a stone. Just let me be a stone and see. I can witness your transcendental pastimes as being a stone. Uddhava Mahashaya prayed to be a gulma lata, a tiny plant or creeper, not even on the main road, just on the side path that the gopis might step on him. And then Brahma prayed also. Lord Brahma, he prayed to be a little pebble or a piece of stone in Vrindavan. So how much humility that they have to have that feeling that any kind of position in Vrindavan would be a great fortune. And here we are in our forms. Here we're moving, walking in Vrindavan. And what are we desiring? What are we thinking of? The greatest demigods, Shiva, Brahma, the greatest devotees like Uddhava, they just say, let me just be a stone in Vrindavan. Let me be a creeper, a little weed on the piece of grass on the ground. So Lord Chaitanya, of course, he explains that this is the key to prema, this principle of humility. And Lord Shiva is also showing us this principle. He himself takes a very humble position, but then he is also very attracted to Krishna's pastimes, and Krishna is his friend. As I was mentioning earlier, Krishna never chastises Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva gives benedictions to demons like Brahma does, and Brahma gets in trouble, and Krishna's unhappy with him, and even speaks, tells him, don't do like this, don't give these benedictions to demons. But when Lord Shiva gives benedictions to demons and make a big mess of things, then Lord Krishna doesn't say anything. Just like Lord Shiva gave a benediction to Ravana, right? And Ravana became very powerful, but Ram never chastised Lord Shiva. In fact, he worshipped Lord Shiva in South India, and that place where he worshipped Lord Shiva became known as Rameshwaram, the Lord of Ram, because Saranam Hridayam Mayam, Saranam Hridayam Tayam, that the devotee is always in the heart of the Lord, and the Lord is always in the heart of the devotees. So in one sense, the devotee is the Lord of the Lord, and the Lord is the Lord of the devotees. Which means for the pure devotees, for the loving devotees, they can control Krishna by the purity of their prema. The devotees can become the Lord or Master of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. And obviously Krishna is also the Master of the devotees. So Ramachandra in Treta Yuga, he wanted to finish off and kill Ravana and rescue his kidnapped wife Sita. But he respected so much his devotee, and he cared so much for his devotee, Lord Shiva, that he worshipped him. He offered flowers, because the devotee worships Krishna, but Krishna worships his devotee. The greatest devotee of Krishna is Srimati Radharani, and she worships Krishna. But Krishna also worships her. Krishna worships Radharani. He offers artik to her, he dresses her, he offers her foodstuffs, he offers her mala, he takes her feet and he holds her feet on his head. Just like a pujari, before serving the Lord, or after serving the Lord, what does a pujari do? He submits himself. He says, oh my Lord, dasosmi, I'm your servant. And he puts his head at the feet of the Lord, and as a speck of dust. Ai nanda tanujakinkaram patitam bam mishavim bhavam buddho kripaya tava parapankaja stita duli sadrijam vichintaya. He says that I offer myself as a speck of dust at your feet. Please don't kick me away. Please keep me there and shelter me there and bless me with the sweet perfume of your feet and the sweet dust of your feet, which will satisfy me in all ways. So the Pujari, he offers his head there, and he says, I am your servant. And then he renders service, and then when he's finished, he offers his head again. So Krishna, he takes Radharani's, he puts his head at Radharani's feet. So obviously, Radharani is the Lord of Krishna. He is worshipping her, and when he finishes his puja, or even to begin his puja, he has to take her feet and put on his head. So in this way, Lord Ramachandra, he worshipped his devotee with flowers and so many things. So it's not. So some people misconstrue this. They say, "Oh, Lord Shiva, he's the controller of Ram, Rameshwaram. Rameshwaram means Ishvara. Ishvara means controller." See, this proves that the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Lord of all lords, is Shiva. Even Ram had to worship him. They don't understand the tattva. They don't understand actually reality. So that took place there in South India, Rameshwaram, where the Lord worshipped. But so that shows that the Lord is not angry. He never gets angry with Shiva. In Krishna Lila, Shiva gave benediction to so many demons that caused so much trouble. But Krishna never got angry. Never got angry with Shiva. He likes him so much. He's very, very dear to Lord Shiva. That's why Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu, the greatest of all the Vaishnavas, is Lord Shiva. And we as devotees, we want to become dear to Lord Krishna. We want to worship Lord Krishna and love Lord Krishna. And so therefore we go to his devotees and say, please, can you be merciful to me? Can you give your mercy to me? Can you bless me? So Lord Shiva, we especially want to approach Lord Shiva and pray to him in his very varied forms. Because he already has his label. Oh, he's a pushover. He's easy. Like if somebody is really, really wealthy and someone says, this person is giving out money like anything. He'll give money to anybody. So, where does he live? So everybody lines up and they go there. Hey, can I have some money? Well, what for? Oh, my baby's hungry. Okay, take some money. Can I have some money? Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, yeah, take some money. Any purpose, he just gives the money freely. When Ambarish Ford, or whatever his name was, Alfred Ford, who became initiated as Ambarish, when he came to ISKCON, everybody found out that this millionaire had become Prabhupada's disciple. Because I interviewed him for Lilamrita. So all these devotees were writing him. He used to get 200, 300, letters every day because there was no email in those days. So he was living in Arizona in a house in the mountains, and this is just when he was still Alfred Ford, and they heard about it, and he was interested in Krishna consciousness. So all these devotees were writing letter. Oh, I need a new baby carriage. I want to start a business. I need this, that. I need a bicycle, and can you send 100? So he would just write on his checks. He would just write a check. He was in the mood of like, well, I should serve the devotees, and I should just, whoever, asks me, I should just give them. So he was just writing checks, 5,000, 10,000, 1,500, 200, 300, just writing checks and sending them out. And then someone told Prabhupada, he said, Ambarish is like giving money to everybody and never saw them, you don't know if it's really, person's even a devotee or what. Anybody just writes Krishna Das, post office box 50. So Prabhupada told him, he said, no, better you slow down on that donations and just, you give to me or BBT or whatever. So Lord Shiva, he is like that. He's very easily pleased. In fact, there's a beautiful story that was in Shiva Purana about there's this one famous Shiva temple, and the Shiva Linga there was a Shiva Linga, and on all four sides of the Shiva Linga were these what do you call cobras, golden cobras, and like this, and like serving him. Then above the Shiva Linga was a big kalash, a big pot, kumbha, golden pot, and that was dripping water on Lord Shiva to keep him cool because he likes to stay cool. So this one thief, he thought, oh, that golden pot, if I could steal that pot, that would be so good. I could get so much money. So he came there and late at night, and he broke into that Shiva temple. And then he went in there, and then he was saying, oh, how can I reach that? He was reaching up to get the golden pot. You know the story. And he couldn't reach the pot. I told it before, And he couldn't reach the pot, and he was saying, oh, I can't, it's out of my reach, it's too high. And he said, well, I'll just step on the Shiva Linga here. So he had his shoes outside, he left his shoes outside, he was a pious Hindu. Pious criminal. So he was barefoot, and he stood on the Shiva Linga, then he reached, and he had the pot, but somehow it was on some chain or something hooked on a beam, and he was like pulling it. standing on Lord Shiva like this, like kind of rubbing his feet back and forth, like a kind of massage with his feet, rubbing his feet like this. And then all of a sudden he slipped and he fell off. And he fell on top of one of the cobras and broke him off and everything on the side. And then when he did that, and Lord Shiva came out of the Shiva Linga, with his tradition, and the guy, oh Shiva, oh no, Shivaya, please don't kill me, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again, I don't need, And Lord Shiva he's known as Bolinath? Bolinath. Boli means like innocent. So this is the pastime behind how he got this name. So then Lord Shiva said, no, relax, stop crying, everything's okay. You see, I'm not angry. Don't worry. I won't kill you, I won't harm you. You have to understand, some people come here every day and they give me so much, puja and artik and prayers and stutis, and they ask for so many things, and they always treat me so reverentially, and they put their head on me, or they circumambulate me, but no one ever shows me very much affection. But you were standing on me with your feet, and you were rubbing me with your feet, and just so intimate, with no formalities, no rules and regulations, just like a friend, just like one coward boy on top of another coward boy, or one boy gets on another's shoulder. So I really relished it. I really enjoyed it. So don't worry. You go from here, and everything will be all right. You don't have to steal anymore. Just you go and be happy. I'll arrange everything. So he got the name Bolanath, the Lord of the Innocent, or Bolare Baba, means he's a very, very innocent and very simple person. He's under the bilva tree. We offer the Baal Patra, the Bilva Patra, the Baal leaves, because he likes it. Just like, someone said, well, why do we offer Bilva Patra? Well, he likes it. He likes Baal leaves. And of course there may be some long Puranic story about it. But just like, why do we offer Krishna Tulsi? Well, he likes Tulsi. And then why do we chant on Tulsi beads? Because that's what Vaishnavas chant on, Tulsi beads. And Shaivites chant on Rudraksha. So they're different. It's personal. It's like we have our likes and dislikes, so the Supreme Lord and the Devas have their likes and dislikes. Once time, Mother Parvati, she was under the tree, the Baal tree, living there with Lord Shiva. And she was, this is a story Prabhupada tells, which I've told before, but somehow stories are coming. The stories are there. So Parvati said, Sachi and Arundhati and all the other demigoddesses, they all have fabulous palaces, huge opulent palaces, and we're just under this tree, under this Baal tree, and you have no clothes, and people could sometimes criticize, and don't you have any, you don't have anything, and you're Durga, I'm supposed to be controlling the whole everything, and and because of your austerities and tapasya, I'm just following you. You're my husband, I follow you, and we have nothing. And our son there, is just eating ladus all day, and and Kartikeya is there sharpening his arrows, and we don't have any palace or anything. What is this? Lord Shiva said, okay, all right, enough. Husbands and wives, sometimes they get a little bit too much. So he says, I'll make a big palace. So we made a huge palace, so hundreds of rooms, and golden walls and diamond doors and all kinds of opulence. So we had the Griha Pravesh, the opening ceremony. He invited all the different demigods, Indra, Chandra, Surya, everybody came. Brahma invited them all, huge bandara, huge feast for everybody, chapan bhog, everything. Rasmalai, kachuris, puris, sabji, halava. All nice preparations, nice things. And then, so everyone's eating, and there's music, and there's dancing, and there's movies, entertainment, everything. And everyone was so happy and joyous. So then everyone's about to... Because I don't have any rupees from the bank. I don't have any money, I can't give... Anyway, I tell you what. You just take this palace. Everyone take the palace and then liquidate it and divide it up, figure it out. So then he told Parvati, he says, look, all I have is this palace, so I donate this to all the demigods, and they're going to divide it up and auction it off or whatever. And we have to go back to the Baal tree. Shankar Bhagavan ki, Bam Bam Bale Mahadeva ki jai. Gojwar Mahadev ki jai, Buddheshwar Mahadev ki jai. Okay. So they went back to the bilva tree. So he likes these bilva leaves, and he's easily pleased. Just as we hear in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Dayam Yome Bhakti Prayachati Taram Bhakti Paritam Ashrami Prayatapana. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna says, I'm very happy if you offer me a leaf, patram, or pushpa, a flower, or phalam, a fruit, or toyam, some water. If you offer me with bhakti, it must be bhakti. If you offer me without bhakti, I don't need your fruits and foods and water. I don't need anything. I'm aptakam and atmaram. I'm self-satisfied and I have no desires to be fulfilled from any side. What do I need your offering for? But I am Rasaraj and Rasamai, Rasovaisa. I am made of ras and bhakti ras and prem ras, and I'm thirsty to drink that. I want to taste the love of your heart and receive the sweetness of your emotions and your feelings. So if you offer me with love and devotion just a tulsi leaf, then I'll be very, very happy. So Shiva, in the same way, the Lord and the devotees have similar ideas and mentalities. So Lord Shiva is very happy if we offer him just a simple 3 leaves from the Baal tree. Isn't it? A little water. It's the same thing. We offer Shiva a little Ganga water, same as Krishna, some water. Datura fruit. Datura fruit. Krishna, he says fruit, so that means some kind of fruit that, some fruit, which nowadays you have to buy those kind of fruits. Because there's not too many fruit trees around. You try to get a free fruit, you get a shot in the pants. Somebody will shoot you. But Shiva's, he's more merciful. The devotee is more merciful than the Lord. And in fact, the mercy incarnation of the Lord is in the form of the devotee. So Lord Shiva, he says, I also accept a leaf or a fruit, but bilva leaves, the fruit you can offer me is datura. Datura is what we call, in modern language, a weed. Datura is everywhere growing, all over the place. No one guards it, no one fences it around, no one, will catch you and punish you if you steal a datura, of fruits or flowers from the datura plant. They'll just think, he's some Shiva Bhakta, And so like that, Lord Shiva is very easy to please.